Hey, what's going on, everybody? It's your boy Algie Moji here, live with my boy. Hold on, is our mics on? Yeah, I think our mics are on. I think our mics are on. Andy, can I hear you, Mike? Can I hear you? Now I can't hear you. No, man, what happened? We were doing so good. I could hear you on the live, on the backstage. Now I can't hear you. I can't hear you. Yeah, you gone. Oh, it's not a volume. Oh, wait, say something.
Can you hear me now?
I can hear you now. Did they just die out? Did they die out?
No, they didn't die out. For some reason, it's just not working. We'll just have to deal with it this way.
Okay, it's actually fine. We're good. But let me try that again, everybody. I'm so sorry. It's your boy Algie Moji here, live with your boy Mr. Block Goblin HQ Inc. How are you, my kind sir?
I am good. How about yourself?
Not too bad, man. I like how we took care of some good audio issues in the beginning of the show, and we were all great. And then it went whatever. But I do like this quietness, though. I have the quietness, and I can hear your very wonderful voice now through and through.
Well, I am.
Am I crackling a little bit? Okay.
Just a little bit. It sounds
bit.
like you're clipping.
Clipping. Real quick, gonna show some stuff here. We got Helen Callie saying hi to everybody.
Yep.
And of course,
we got one Patreon.
Yes. Hey, bro, from Eli. Of course, Goblin saying hi. And then, of course, my man Eli shared us out. And we appreciate that. And we appreciate all you guys that are on the live and also on the replay if you're watching. Got a few things, if you want to call them stats, if you will, before we get started on today's fun. Of course, you know, in the second part of the show, in just a little while, we're going to have our other friend, Mr. Tony Spataro, join us today. As far as I know, he's able to, but he's a gentleman that is a dad that has to stay home now and become a school teacher for his son, as a lot of dads now are doing. I believe, Andy, if you had a child of your own right now, you would be doing the not homeschool, but you'd be doing the school at home thing because it's necessary now.
Distance learning, whatever they call it.
Distance learning, whatever the goodness is. So first and foremost, let me give out a couple things. Number one, I don't know if you guys know it, but we are 7 away from 1,500 subscribers on the YouTube. We gained about 30 last night. Appreciate all the guys that came through and did that. And then, of course, we have now only 4 away from 10 on the Patreon. So here are my Patreon shout outs. Really quickly, we got Helen Callie as the very first one. We got a Patreon shout out to Jax, aka Paranormal Underworld. We have Nicole Through the Veil. That was number 3 on the Patreon. We have Mr. Mike Simcoe, one of my martial arts students / parent that changed his kid as well and the family. So Mr. Mike Simcoe is number 4 for the Patreon. We got number 5, Team Ranger. Ranger did some love right there, and I got to get his full name so I could make sure you guys can follow him and check him out as well, because I believe he's getting into gaming. I just noticed his title of his name, and he has gaming in there, so that's a good thing. And then we have number 6, Mr. Elias, ladies and gentlemen, family, 1983, had jumped in, and he said, Alan, I'm not asleep this time. Well, I just gave you a shout out, man. Thank you for being number 6, and I'm looking forward to hopefully one day have up to, you know, a big number, because that just shows the great support that you guys give to the channel. And so 4 more away for him from hitting 10, 7 more away from hitting 1,500 on my YouTube channel. So we thank you guys so much. And man, got not a lot of news, but a lot of cool stuff. A Dune trailer had dropped today. And let me just say that, as my earphones are falling off. Hello. Let me just say that I will say I watched the very first Dune. I tried it when I was, I believe, a teenager kid, and I want to say I liked it, but never saw it ever again. I knew it was weird. I knew when I had some of my friends, including yourself and many others that were talking about it, I want to say like 4 or 5 years ago, I was telling myself all I can remember about that movie was a big giant creature, which everybody said it was the worm, So
The sandworm.
yeah, so and I knew it was dark, and I knew it was had a lot of cool. I think at that time it was a very ahead of its time. It was one of those films that, I mean, just even visually, if you look back and you see what they were trying to do, to me personally, it looks like they were like trying to really do something on a epic scale that you could think of. And I don't know, I just saw the trailer, which we're gonna check it out again here, and I will say it looks really, really cool. And I do like the older one. I'll probably like this one better just because of certain things. But from watching and hearing certain people, they're saying that it looks like it's between the book and the film. And I wanted to get your thoughts, because you said you saw it already. What did you think from seeing it?
I think it actually looks a little bit closer to the source material of Frank Herbert's novel, which is a good thing, because 1984's David Lynch's movie was it borrowed from the source material, but it wasn't. It's a fun movie. Let's just say that. But it isn't truly representative of what Dune actually is. Yeah.
Wow, I would love to get you and Willie on this subject, because he's a huge Dune fan. I mean, he knows everything and anything about obviously the book and the movie, and he loves that movie to death, the old one. So I'm curious to get you guys' thoughts.
Fun. It's like a train wreck. You watch it and you're entertained by it and you can't turn away. But if you compare it to the themes and what Frank Herbert was trying to get across in the source material of Dune, the novel, it's just like this. That's not it. I'm sorry.
Do you think it has to do anything of the visual, kind of like how Star Wars, they couldn't, even though Lucas pushed the envelope on so many different things, he couldn't get across what he wanted to put on screen because of the technology back then.
No.
You think no, other than that? Okay.
Because if you read Frank Herbert's novel, the novel is basically the story of Lawrence of Arabia, but with a science fiction overtones. It's this white guy who people think is a prophet, and he comes in and he saves what is it? Is it the Turks?
I think so. Yeah.
The Turks from being oppressed by the British and the Austrians, I think it is.
I think so. Yeah.
It's basically that story, just with science fiction overtones. That's basically what it is. So it has nothing to do with really the technical limitations. It's David Lynch came in and he was like, I want fancy special effects, and I'm going to tell this story my way. And to be fair to David Lynch, he did some things that were very creative, because there are, in all mediums, there are some things that are in books that you just can't translate to film. You just can't do it. It's impossible. So that's just how it works.
That was David Lynch giving you a call right now. And I'm just kidding.
That's why it came up potential spam.
Oh man, but I will say that movie is long, man, and I feel like the Lord of the Rings was obviously long, plus the what do you call it? Plus the director's cut that they did, or the extended cuts, like 4 hours long. Isn't because from what I remember, Dune is like almost over 2.5 hours long, right?
No,
the original Dune.
No, 1984's movie is only like 2 hours long, maybe that, sure? If that. Yeah, you might have watched. If you watched the miniseries, that's like super long, because that's like you might have watched that. I don't know.
No, yeah, I didn't even know they had a miniseries. Okay, so 2 hours and 17 minutes. 2 hours and 17 minutes. But I'm gonna tell you, I think why it felt long is because at the beginning, not that it. maybe it started very slow for me, maybe. And I think that's why it's like, dude, this is long as heck. I'm like, is Lord of the Rings? Did they have a direct? I'm like, man, if they made a director's cut of Dune, I'm like, man, it's gonna be like 8 hours long. It's gonna be crazy. Wait, they did a TV series for Dune?
Yeah, a miniseries in 2000.
I think I heard of it, but never checked it out. Did it go for just one season?
It's actually closer to the source material.
Ah, who played the characters? Do you remember?
No, I don't remember who played it, but the guy who played Paul is actually very good. Paul
Dune TV series. Man, I did not know that guy. That's crazy. Yeah, there it is. 2020. No, not 2020.
No, that's this year's movie.
I just put 2000. There we go. I'll put series in there. Oh wow! Oh my God! He looked like a medium Anakin Skywalker. The picture there right here. Look. Let me see if I can turn it down so you can see it.
No, I've watched it. So.
Oh, you see that? So you know what I'm talking about? Okay. Yeah. Hold on. This is for the group. Look like a little Anakin love right there. Look like they on Tatooine or something. Yeah. There you go.
Well, that's another point. Star Wars totally ripped off Dune.
You better be careful with that, Andy. Be careful with that.
No, it's totally true. Frank Herbert wrote Dune in 1965. And
wow.
It was published in 1969. And a lot of the ideas that are present in Dune, you can totally see ripple through Star Wars. I mean, you have this young protagonist who's on a desert planet who gets special powers to like read minds and tell people what to do using special powers.
So it's an Obi-Wan spinoff.
No, it's the other way around.
I know, huh?
I mean,
we have on the cast, we have Alec Newman as Paul Atreides. We have Ian McNeice that's playing Vladimir. We got William Hurt that played Leto. Julie Cox. Wow, Julie Cox, Princess Ireland. I already know my family's gonna kick my butt for messing all these names up, but these are some hard names though. We got Giancarlo. Yeah, Giancarlo. It's a guy. Gianni plays Shaddam. Kidding. Saskia Reeves played Lady Jessica. Barboa Kodavata plays Chani. P.H. Moriarty plays Gurney Halleck. Matt Kiesler plays Fued, which isn't Fued played by Sting, right?
Yes.
Yes. And am I saying his name right? Fued? Is that how I say his name? How do you say his name? Fade? What? That character that Sting plays.
Oh, Fade Fuad.
Fade. Okay, Fade. And then it looks like Leet.
I think that's how you pronounce it.
Yeah, I think so too.
They're all Arabic in nature, so it's really hard to get it.
But yeah, I ain't even. Yeah.
He's the nephew of Baron Harkonnen. He's the one in the original story who's supposed to marry Lady Jessica and have a daughter.
Yeah.
From the Bene Gesserit breeding program.
Man, I ain't even gonna go through the rest of this list. Holy crap! But it looks like it had a star-stellar cast. It ended one season. You said you did. You said you did see it, Andy.
Yeah.
Did you like it? You said, and that's right. You did. Yeah. You said it was like more to the book. You said
closer
right.
To the book.
Gotcha. Well, guys, we're gonna go ahead and check out the trailer right now. But before I do, we got the new Fireline T-shirt merch right there. Obviously, we're gonna make this a little smaller. But other than that, we're good. Got the nice Fireline logo as well. So if you guys want a shirt, let us know, and we will definitely get you guys to it. If you're a part of my Patreon, you already get the 10% off. You get the 10% discount off that already. And then, of course, if you're on the website, that's where you guys can get the shirt at firelineent.com and go to the merch store. And guys, it's almost ready to launch. Everything's almost ready to launch. It's just so much. And I don't know if you noticed, but putting yourself in IMDb is no joke, man. They make this thing not it's a bad thing, not it's a bad thing, because you have to be legit. You have to be legit. So I will say, if you're on IMDb, it's not like you're fake, because you have to put yourself through. Let's put it this way: some of the extra work that I did, I have to go put. I have to give them my paycheck stubs to show them that I worked there, because they already denied me for 3 of them, but the other 3 they kept me on. So yeah, and then of course I was able to put my stuff, so I'm putting all my stuff. So almost, I want to say probably in a month from now, I could probably release it to everybody, and you guys can have fun and check out all the work that I've done and see it in a legit form. So super excited. And Andy, you're on IMDb now yourself, brother, as a writer. You the man, brother. You the man. I got you.
I was already on there, but on my short film that I did.
Well, I need to make sure that I got the right Andy. I need to put you then. So before somehow I release all this goodness. Oh, by the way, oh yes, I need just to make sure that I get you, because I think I put an Andrew Block or Andy Block already, a different one, a brand new one, because I didn't know that. So let me know so I can put your actual one on there. And then Danny Lopez, on a funny note, I gotta tell Danny, because there's someone else that's using his name for his stuff. Because it's so jacked up. Oh, it's so jacked up. Like, you have all these things. It's Danny it's like Danny the Red Indian Lopez. it's so jacked up. So I gotta let him know so I could get him to fix his thing, because it is him, but someone else linked it, because that's what happened with the fight. I actually, when I put the fight in there, and I put you as the writer on that one, or co-writer, and I remember when I put it up there, I put everybody, all the cast members, everything, and then for some odd reason it linked to The Fight. I guess there's 5 other movies called The Fight, and it linked all of us together, and I'm like, oh, this isn't good. So I called my sister, of course, and she does a little magic and fixes it, and then she shows me what to do. And so yeah, it was good times. But it's really cool, man, that we're in there, and Andy, now that I didn't even know that you were in that. It's awesome. What short film did you did? What did you do?
It was something called, what the hell did he call that? I had just a tiny little bit part in it.
It's okay. How long ago was this?
I don't even remember. 5, 6 years ago, 7.
You gotta do me a favor, Andy. You gotta find the short. You gotta let me know, because I want to see it, man. Come on, that is cool. That's awesome.
I don't even know if my part's still in it. I think it might have been cut.
Oh man. Well, I will say, if you guys, before we show this trailer, man, I gotta say that I had Andy I gave him a really cool pinnacle role in a third of the trilogy called Smiley's Funhouse, The Revenge, and we shot all the footage. Andy was this teacher in the classroom, and he did a very, very great job. And even him dressed up with the part, I remember he had the hat on, and it was really great. He looked the part, and he acted the part. And then somehow, at the time when I was doing this, it was what I still do to this day, is I'll shoot something, and then I'll take about 5 months before I go in editing it, and then sometimes I find footage, sometimes I don't. And so anyways, long story short is I never could find all the outside school footage. In all the entire school footage that we shot, which was the teacher scene, the school scenes, the courtyard scene, the weightlifting scene with all the jocks. Yeah, it was all great, all character development, and that's the reason why I have not edited Smiley's The Revenge, the third in the trilogy. I did not edit that because it's pointless to me, because a lot of the main cool stuff about the story was these guys, these new characters that were really getting introduced in. So yeah, I'd rather just have the 2 that's out. And who knows, maybe, I don't think I'll ever go back and revisit it, but we'll see. But yeah, only if I can get Andy to come back as the teacher. So who knows? I had to pay him big bucks back then. I had to give him, 2 Big Macs and some fries. I had to supersize it all. But hey, back then it was fine. So, ladies and gentlemen, we're gonna go get to Andy's favorite part of the show. And no, it's not DC, but we're gonna get the shared screen, the tunnel vision. Come on with it, yeah. Bam, right there. Make sure that we see this, so that way, there you go. That way you can see the trailer, because I know the last few times I do this, it always never shows it. All right, guys, here it is, the Dune trailer for you guys. Thank you for Keynote Check International. I like using them a lot. They usually don't take down my stuff. So here it goes. Let's check it out.
There's something awakening in my mind. I can't control it. What did you see? There's a crusade coming. Do you often dream things that happen just as you dreamed them? Yes. The test is simple. Remove your hand from the box, and you die. What's in the box? Pain. You inherit too much power. You have proven you can rule yourself.
Yeah.
Now you must learn to rule others. Something none of your ancestors learned. My father rules an entire planet. He's losing it. He's getting a richer one. He'll lose
Oscar Isaac. This looks so freaking epic.
Arrakis is a death trap.
Batista.
This is an extermination. They're picking my family off one by one. Let's fight like demons.
Momoa.
An animal caught in a trap will gnaw off its own leg to escape. What will you do? I know you. One day, the legend will be born.
There's Josh Brolin.
Civilization depends on it. The future. I can see it. I must not fear. Fear is the mind killer.
My Lord Duke.
Where the fear is gone, only I will remain.
Yeah.
Go!
That was crazy. That looks so freaking epic. Damn, it looks good. Man, look at that cast. Hold on, I gotta go back at that cast real quick. That is insane. We got Timothy Chalamet, probably messed his name up. Rebecca Ferguson, Oscar Isaac, Josh Brolin, Stellan Skarsgård, Dave Bautista, Bautista, by the way. Stefan. Yeah, I know. Stephen McKinley Henderson, Zendaya, Chang Chen, Sharon Duncan Brewster, Charlotte Rampling, Jason Momoa, my man, Javier Bardem. Man, this cast is insane. Wow.
Yeah, looks like they have Jason Momoa playing Duncan Idaho. That's cool.
Yeah, like I said, Willie's a huge nerd at this, and he said so far everybody that's been casted for each role, they look like they did a good job casting everybody in the role. Yeah. I mean, what do you think? Because obviously you're a big nerd. So far, you saw all the people. Well, somewhat.
So
everybody.
far, pretty cool. It looks like Oh, and I was wrong. Sting was not Thufir Hawat. He was Peter. What the hell is his name? De Vries. He's one of Harkonnen's mentats, and he's not quite all there.
Gotcha. I do want to give a big shout out to Big Tim One Man Army. He said it's his first time on the show, first time on the channel. So, hey, thanks for being here, Big Time One Man Army. Welcome. Hit that subscribe button, man. Hit that like button for me. Share this out. Enjoy yourself. Have a good time. We talk a little bit about everything in film, music, life. Just have a good time. We just showed the trailer for Dune. And my man Andy right now is giving a little more thoughts on it for us. And yeah, keep going, Andy. Let us know. Keep talking to us.
So I can't tell who everybody is, but it looks like I said, I think they got Jason Momoa to be Duncan Idaho, and Duncan Idaho in the story is he's one of Duke Leto's like top dudes, and he's one of the guys that actually kind of kicks off the story for Dune because of how the betrayal that happens in Dune. So that's kind of
wow.
Cool.
Yeah, it looks very, very epic. And I mean, even in the 84 version, you could see we're really trying to go for that big feel epicness. And of course, they did the best they could with what they got. Like I saw that mirror fight scene. I really like how they did that here. Of course, back in the day, it was kind of like really cheesy, but I know that, I mean, what can you ask for back in the day? You know, that was almost trying to be like cutting technology. You know what I mean? Now, let me ask you, just curious, because I know, do you think that movies like this back in the 80s, when Lucasfilm obviously was doing its thing, do you think movies like this went to LucasArts and said, hey, you know, could you help with some of the special effects or the sound? Because you know that they were number one at that time.
Well, no, it wasn't LucasArts who was number one. It was ILM who was number one, and they're a total separate company.
Yes, sorry, ILM, yes, yeah,
and
okay,
yes, they did.
Oh wow, okay.
Because ILM isn't tied to LucasArts. LucasArts just said, "Hey, ILM, will you help us out?" And that's what happened. So ILM was the number one thing, and it just ILM kind of became synonymous with LucasArts because when LucasArts did Star Wars, ILM wasn't a big thing. So when they released Star Wars, they were like, "Yeah, we're going to do all this crazy stuff that people hadn't really thought of it at that point because sci-fi wasn't really a big thing." I mean, they had movies like Buck Rogers and some stupid, B movie camp stuff, but they had never pulled off anything like Star Wars. And Lucas went to them.
Right.
He had said, "Hey, Stan, we need cool, pardon my French, we need cool ass shit." And
yeah.
And they said, "Okay, we can do that." And they did it. And then after that, ILM was in demand for everybody.
Yeah. So you're saying that George, not that he took credit for anything, but because everybody's like, George pushed the envelope.
I don't know the exact story behind it, but I'm sure he had a part in helping create it. But they are their own entity.
Cool. I will say, Andy, when you get a chance, man, I don't know if you've already seen it already, but if you have not, check it out. Is George Lucas, I guess, that like talks about his life as he started before he became filmmaker too. It was 20-minute long video. It seemed recent. And he talks about how he didn't even want to go to film school, or how, but basically it's just really cool. I was freaking out because I'm like, dude, this is a guy that if he would have never taken I'll just say this, if he never would have took the test to get into this college with his friend, everybody pushed him to say, hey, take this test so you can get into college with me, we would have never got Star Wars or anything else. Who knows what we would have got. So it was just really cool to hear that story, because it's just a guy that, because everybody's like, oh, he must have, lived and breathed Star Wars since he was a kid. And maybe, that's, type of passion, people probably think of that. But it's like, no, man, he was further. I think his goal was he wanted to be a race car driver or a race car engineer or some crazy, different dreams. Crazy cool.
What his deal was. If anything, he was like George McFly from Back to the Future. He wrote down stories in his little notebook, and he never wanted to share them with anybody.
yeah. And then, bam, here you go. Speaking of movies, man, I'm curious what you think about these numbers, because to me it seems big for being in quarantine. And we're talking about your boy, as we put up this thing, Christopher Nolan's new movie for Tenet, it kicks off with it kicks off with $20 million in the U.S., nears 150 million globally, which I think is pretty damn good for a pandemic. Oh, speaking of Walking Dead, man, we're gonna talk about that for a second. Lord have mercy, I want to kill that show. But yeah,
the new season. So
okay, so say nothing much. Oh, wait, season 10, right? You're talking about?
I have not watched it since.
It's lagging.
Anybody who's watching, there's going to be some spoilers, so cover your ears and make some noises. I have not watched it since Rick left.
Okay. Oh, okay. So we're at the same point. Well, let's talk about the $1 million stuff, and then we'll come back to that. I want to talk to you about it because I want to vent a little bit, and I feel like you're a good person to vent to. You're a therapist, so it's perfect. All right. So okay. So Andy, what do you think? You think that's a pretty good number, man? Hitting 20 million for US and 150, near 150 globally for Tenet. Wow. Now I heard mixed reactions, man. I've heard that it's really hard to follow. It's great visually. It's impressive. People are like, this is why everybody believed he pushed so hard to have this in theaters and not just on a TV, because of what you get visually. You don't really get off your TV. You'll really get it if you watch it in Dolby theater or an IMAX theater. Big movie screen experience. So with that, do you think they did a good move by releasing it the way they did, or do you think they should just went straight to VOD? I mean, what do you think?
Well, I haven't watched it, so I don't know.
Right.
So I can't compare it, but I would imagine that they made a good move, because it'd be like watching oh crap, the name of it escapes my brain at the moment, but the one with the twisting buildings and stuff.
Inception. Gotcha.
Inception. It'd be like watching Inception.
Yes, sir.
You just don't get the same feel when you see those effects on your TV screen. It's just like, oh, that's cool. But when you see that on the big screen, it has a totally different feel. So it's probably that same kind of feeling. And that's why he pushed so hard for it to be on the big screen. So. Right.
Well, guys, I do see it cutting in and out here and there, and it's probably neither one of us is computer or internet. It's I don't know. It's been having issues. I know my line's been having issues, and who knows? I might be switching over from Frontier to Spectrum.
That's a good call.
Because I have Spectrum right now from my school, but not here. Because I finally got my sister finally told me, I was always told, this is back like 15 years ago, bro. This is when I had my home and all these different, when I say home, meaning like different house and different things. I was told for many years that when you get an internet service and you want to stream all these different things, you have to have, there's like a cap on your bandwidth. And so I was like, man, I always got to make sure that I get the unlimited bandwidth. And so at the time, everybody told me, yeah, Frontier has, or Verizon had unlimited bandwidth, because I want to make sure, because I know I'm using my internet for everything and da-da-da. So, of course, that's why I stuck with Frontier. Right. So apparently everybody has, I guess, that whatever it is. So I need to switch over here soon. And now here's my question, Andy. If I do that, I don't know if you know this, but I had to my line fixed. Now, if I switch over to Verizon, switch from Verizon to Spectrum, do they have to come back out and redo another line?
Yeah. They have to hook you up to their box.
Oh, man, this is going to suck. I didn't want to say hi to my man, Seth Burrell, a good close friend of mine. Used to train him and his kids. Thank you so much for being here, man, and hanging out.
Hey,
of course, staying safe, man. Appreciate you. Nice to see you, man. And hey, guys, I'm gonna give you guys the Patreon. Let me get that link for you guys. So if you guys do want to jump in and get some of that Patreon experience, which we're going to get into The Walking Dead, because I want to I want to let off some steam for what I just saw. And there you go. All right, guys, it's in the chat, Tron, that you guys, if there's video you can't see on YouTube, you can get it there, which we're working on right now, because apparently I found out that all the videos were not playing. And that's because where I was hosting it was not working. However, I found a new place to host it. We'll be uploading new videos here shortly with that. I did upload a picture or so exclusively for you guys that maybe you guys have never seen before. Me jump kicking and breaking through a board and through at a county fair. So I'm always gonna post you guys some cool stuff. So any of you guys know that any other fans out there, man, either on the We Player Live, you'd be surprised. Facebook's watching. I know Twitter's watching. They don't count those numbers, so it's all good. Remember, it don't matter if we're 1 up to 50 million, man. As long as you're having a good time with us, we love having a good time with you, and that's how we do it. YouTube is an interesting beast. You know, there are keys. It's not just uploading a video. Yes, there is those 1 or 2 guys that can post something and it goes viral. It is what it is. Can't hate those guys for doing that. If you want to call it luck or faith or whatever you want to say, it's on their side. Fantastic. But for the most part, there's a lot of work that goes into these videos that if you want to get shown. So like, for example, like this video, you know, it needs to be either shared out, tweeted out, you know, put in front line of different, like Google or Siri or whatever, man. But there's a guys that do that. Spoiler alert: Walking Dead, Rick returned, and Rick's daughter is scared. Man, he went, oh crap! Don't tell me that. Okay, hey, so yeah, so let me get back. Let me get back to. I know it's not. Let me vent first on what happened. What happened to as far as me watching the show. So yeah, and I'll come back to the video and stuff later of how we can get this going and make it bigger. So I have stopped watching Walking Dead probably like season 7. I thought I stopped it there, but apparently I did watch up to season 8 mid through. Apparently, because I was with a friend, we were watching Harry Potter, and we watched all the rest of the Harry Potter series. She enjoyed it, had a great time. I enjoyed rewatching it all again, especially for being, I didn't know how long ago the Harry Potter series was, man. I really can't wait to see the Cursed Child be made into an actual movie, because I know that's the next book, and also a Broadway show. So with that, I saw the trailer for The Walking Dead Beyond, which is supposed to happen after season 10 finale. Whenever it comes out, it's supposed to showcase that new series. And so I looked at it and go, man, this looks good. I really want to watch this series. But before I do, I gotta catch up on Walking Dead. And then I guess Fear the Walking Dead also is a part of that series too. So they're going to link the shows together. So with that being said, I know I got 6 seasons to watch of that thing. So I'm binging. And so I finally watched, I'm on mid season 9. Okay. Mid season 9, which is one show after they supposedly kill Rick. Spoiler alert. I don't know if he did, spoiler alert, because obviously we know the helicopter ride, we'll just leave it there. And then of course you got the 6 year later episode after. After that, I've been watching, and I'm just like, man, then they killed off this character that I actually was getting to like, and his name was Jesus, no pun intended. And I will say, I might get a lot of flack, but let me just say this really quickly. Listen, I have a lot of gay friends, okay? I have a lot of lesbian friends. So when I say this, please don't take this anything bad or anything wrong whatsoever. But I really was liking the Jesus character, right? And I hope I don't, spoiler alert for Andy, that apparently Jesus dies in this. I don't know where you're at in the series, but Jesus dies in a very Oh, damn it! But that's wait. But hold on. But oh shit! They're gonna get blamed. Look at Dave. Dave put. Hey, we said spoiler alert, Dave. We said spoiler alert. And may not be dead, man. The helicopter took him. He did some sting action. He was dropping from the helicopter like WCW. But listen, so when Jesus takes the plunge, if you will, did some research, and I was really sad. I even bought the Funko Pop. I was getting because I really liked his character and what they were transitioning. But then I read, and like I said, because of my belief, I was like, nah, I guess whatever happened. I guess it is. And like I said, if you're a gay person watching this, lesbian person watching this, please don't take anything the wrong way. I have this nothing to do with you. This is my own personal belief. I still love y'all the same. Just letting y'all know. But when they said they were basically gonna make Jesus in the comic book for Walking Dead is a gay character supposedly that's in love with the guy, or they're in love together, the guy that's like his best friend in the series. They actually supposedly in the comic book they're together, but they didn't translate that over on the big screen. So I was like, when I found out they were trying to make Jesus gay, I was like, or gay, I was like, nah, I can't get with that. And like I said, that's because of my faith and my belief. So don't take anything personally or wrong with that. I still love gay people. I have tons of gay friends. It's just something about my belief. You know what I mean? So I just want you to understand that was Jesus thing on Netflix when they were talking about, they were doing that there as well, that they were trying to make Jesus gay in the Netflix series for the Jesus season that they had there for the interpretation of Jesus. And they were trying to make Jesus gay. And I'm like, okay, y'all. And even though it looked epic and really cool and all these different things, and the Christians got so pissed, they took off the series because that season is no longer there anymore. So, yeah. Anyways, what a crazy! I ended up there, and I still can't wait to watch the rest. I just don't like how killing everybody off that I'm liking. Got back in the show, and I'm like, oh, Carl's dead. Oh no, he has. They killed him before he turned.
You're breaking up, Alan.
Maybe we'll see.
You're breaking up.
Then we got. I gotcha, and and then Jesus dying. Oh man, it's crazy. But okay, here we go. We got Tony. I know we're cutting in and out. We got Tony's in the house. Let's bring Tony up. Let's see Tony. Tony is here. We're gonna put him in the three-way section.
Hey, Tony.
And now it's really gonna get cutty.
Only one choppy so far is you.
Here we go.
Me and Tony are great.
Man.
Yeah, I jumped in. I heard the end of
that. Funny. Hey, listen, here. I'm not choppy on my end. It's you two that are choppy. I'm good on my end.
Well, no.
I don't know, man. We're gonna play this out.
You're the one chopping for us.
All right. How about this? In our universe, me and him are great, and it's all you. And in your universe, we're off. So I guess it's all just a matter of perception. Matter of perception.
Not
Tony says in Jaws.
Yeah,
Tony Island, if you look at it in the water.
Tony used your one. Yep, and just given the score, Tony already used his one fiery thing already today, so we're done. So he already used it up already. He doesn't even wait. He just comes out the gate with it.
Just came right in. Get this over with.
Just came right. Yeah.
I was actually that same thing. I was explaining to my stepdaughter the Jurassic Parks, and there's one scientist guy who's real young in the first Jurassic Park, and in Jurassic World and in Fallen Kingdom, he's like the main scientist. And in the Jurassic World, he's like, he has a phrase when he's getting yelled at about making a dangerous dinosaur. He's like, he's all dangerous as a point of view. A cat is dangerous if you're a canary. We're just used to being the cat,
Right.
Yeah, you're talking about Dr. Wu, BD Wong.
Yeah. Yes. My stepdaughter jumped in on a little thing we were watching with Jurassic Parks and Jurassic World with my 7-year-old, and she's like, I don't like him, or he's the bad guy. And I was like, actually, he's just kind of a side guy in the beginning, the first one, but they brought him in for like substance on that end of the genetics for the rest. And if you watch his character, he slowly kind of changes, Jurassic World, he's kind of like, you sent me a memo to make an animal cool, and he's kind of defending everything like nothing's real here. We have to splice and nix and like, Yeah. And by Fallen Kingdom, it's like, it's about it being weaponized. And he's very passionate and very protective about all of it. And he's like, it needs a mother to make it be right. You guys just made one. It needs something to identify with. And he wants to protect a lot of it. You know what I mean? He's still kind of thrown through the mix. He's not great. I'm not saying he's great, but he's like, if I don't make them, somebody else will, like more aggressive or more like, at least with me, it's like, what you're getting. I've been the leading guy for decades or something. Mm-hmm. And when she watched it in that context and she hung out with us, and she was like, you're right. That dude kind of holds like a little more of the glue of everything now.
Yeah. And that's actually a huge plot for Dr. Wu. He sits down and he argues with John Hammond about, I think we should move to phase 4, what they call. And Hammond's like, we don't need to go to phase 4. And phase 4 in the book is we need to make more docile animals so that when they get out, they don't, murder a bunch of people.
That would be great. That would be great.
Yeah. John Hammond's like, no, you made me real dinosaurs. And Wu's like, nothing about this place is real because we made all these animals. We've messed with the genetic code. These are not real.
Yes, dinosaurs. That's it. Yes. You want, like the dude said, like in Jurassic World, you wanted more teeth. You got it. So yeah. Anyway.
So David Nowski put you didn't seen episode. Yes, let's come back. No Jurassic World talk. Let's go back to Walking Dead part. He said, did not spoil anything. Seen every episode, LOL. And Rick is scheduled to come back in 4 or 5 episodes. It's going to be like he's RoboCop. Lord have mercy. Well,
good RoboCop or bad RoboCop?
All I know is it was crazy.
Because I didn't like the new remade RoboCop. I didn't like that one.
I actually didn't mind it. It was, I mean, I wanted to see a sequel to it because I wanted to see where they were going to go with it. It was just a different take, and that's why I didn't mind it. It was totally different. It's kind of like, I mean, they took the same storyline and story beats, but it kind of made it its own. So to me, I actually didn't mind it. It actually was fun. I just wish they would have continued on with it. Another movie like that would be Real Steel. I don't know if you got Real Steel. That was I just watched that the other day and enjoyed myself thoroughly. And I'm like, why wasn't there a sequel made to that? And I looked online and everybody said the same thing. They're like, it was, took forever.
I just missed Paul Verhoeven's satirical take on that world. I'd buy that for $1.
Yeah.
The original RoboCop. It's overflowing, and that's what made it really cool. And that wasn't in the other one. It was just, this is just an.
Well, you get your wish. Oh yeah. Yeah. Well, I will say this. You will probably get your wish because RoboCop is doing what Halloween did. Basically, what's happening is it's already signed. I don't know when they're shooting it, but supposedly Peter Weller's coming back, and they're taking it from the retconning 2 and 3. They're retconning 2 and 3. They're just gonna continue it from the first RoboCop. So just crazy because I hope they don't do what they did with Halloween and go, guess what? It's called Halloween for the second one. I hope they call it RoboCop with something underneath it, like a undertitle. You know what I mean? Not just RoboCop and it's RoboCop. And that's the second one.
RoboCop.
So, I don't know.
The RoboCop.
Yeah, because that's what I don't. Yeah, the everything now has a the. Everything now has a the. Yeah, everything now has a the in front of it. The RoboCop.
It's a phrase. Music had it for a moment where every band had a the in front of it.
Yeah. So real quickly, we can make him stronger, faster, stranger. Okay, hey, and now taking some $6 million man movie right there. We can make him stronger, faster, stranger, deader. I like that. I'm gonna put. Hold on. Wait. Super zombie killer RoboCop gets put back into like the $6 million man. Hey, I will say, Andy, from watching that, did you think that they gave his death or the fakeness of his death a good one, or do you think they could have done better? Do you think it was horrible how they did it?
I think they should have actually just killed him off.
Ooh, that's ooh, ouch. Yeah,
I think they should have killed him off.
Okay,
and
yeah.
Either started it off with their time jump or just ended the series.
Yeah, I think from what I read, a lot of those different things were a lot of fans were really mad that they took him out. And just like anything, when the fans are loud enough, I mean, look at Sonic.
Yeah.
You know, look at the Snyder Cut, which I had either one of them. I actually like the new design of Sonic. Right. So for me, I like the new Sonic. I can't wait for the Snyder Cut, and we are getting a David Ayer cut. It is being set for that. And then now, you know, Rick is back. So yeah, I was saddened. I thought the way they tried to do it, I was like, this is just not working for me. And I don't think he died at all either. I think he's alive but they made it. I will put it this way: when they tried killing Glenn, I think it was like in season 5 when they first tried to kill Glenn. I actually thought he died. Like they did a great job with that. I thought and when he came back, I was like, because he's one of my favorite characters. So I was pissed when they killed him off the way they did in season 6, end of season 6. Oh God, let's put it this way: I've never. Go ahead, Andy.
That's how he dies in the comic.
Let's put it this way: I never thought I wanted to see an upcoming series as much as I did after I saw season 6 of. I was trying to find online like the fake season 7 episode 1 leaked. I was searching so bad. I wanted to see what really happened, and that was a really dark season, and so they did that really well. If they were trying to do this one to try to sell it like that, I think they should never showed the helicopter thing. I think they should have just kept it where, if they were to try to hide it like that. But who knows? Tony's back. I think he tried to redo something, and let's see if it happens. T Money, is he back? Is he alive? Nope. T gone. See, it's not just me. But I did like the movie. It was fun. It was a good time.
I heard the movie was actually fun.
The visuals are fun.
The first design of his character was just whoa. that's what got fans
because they tried to
weird.
Because they tried to make him look realistic with teeth and claws and some other stuff.
Do that with a weird little blue hedgehog monster. he looks like a little gremlin at that point, and it's just like, whoa, kids aren't going to be doing this. They're going to have freaking night terrors.
Right. Yeah, no, and so I'm really glad they fixed the design, and there's certain things that is cool with redoing stuff, and get things better, heating to the fans. I think there are certain cases. And that's amazing. Like I said, Rick returned briefly, though. Hey, give me Rick a couple more episodes. That's fine. And I heard through the grapevine, there's no 100%, but I heard that yes, they could do 11. So season 10 is probably not going to be the end of Walking Dead. They're probably going to go to season 11. We'll see. That's fine with me. Hey, love you too. Love you too, Seth. Really appreciate you coming here and hanging out with us. And I just want to see if I can show the boom. Like I said, Rick will return just briefly though. end right there as well. Speaking of got some stuff going on. Mandalorian season 2, everybody. The release date has finally came out. There's no trailer yet. I can't wait for the trailer. I know they're putting Ahsoka in there to get everybody's excitement. But October 30th, guys, October 30th is the first episode or 2 episodes we're going to drop for Mandalorian season 2 on Disney Plus. And so with that, are any of you guys excited for season 2? Are you guys excited for season 2?
Oh, I'm definitely excited for season 2. I already have canceled my subscription to Disney because I went through it all with my son and was like, we're done. You know, we went through it all. So, yeah, we almost finished Netflix. But, yeah, I'm excited for it. But I will wait, like, until we get, like, 6 or the whole season done. Maybe, like, in December or something. And January or 1st, I'll make a new subscription or something. But, yeah, I'll wait for it to build up for a minute. I did that last time, too, with it. I didn't watch it for a while.
There's a lot of people that are doing that.
You're muted.
Right, you're muted, Andy.
I like how they did.
I kept my Disney Plus because I got the bundle deal where you have the Hulu and the Disney Plus and the ESPN. So it's only costing me like $8 a month. So no reason to get rid of it.
Yeah.
But if you're watching stuff on Hulu, then it's like valid. You know, I only had Disney, so it's just kind of like the old school movies, a little bit of this. I got all the Star Warses. That's where I was watching episode 7 a lot, episode 8. And you know, it was kind of like okay. And then I watched the Mandalorian a bunch, and then it was like,
I like watching.
All right, nothing new. Like people didn't give nothing new. You got to get out. You know.
Like I'll watch.
They had some old school stuff like
I watched
The Flight of the Navigator was fun,
and I really enjoyed watching that.
Yes, I did. I watched 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea. The Flight of the Navigator, the cult classic. Race to Witch Mountain. Race to Witch Mountain was kind of cool.
I tried.
I thought that was awesome.
Yeah, I want to say I did watch a few things on there. There's so much in there that I don't mind keeping my subscription because I only pay the $12.99 a month. I didn't get the same deal that he did, but I don't mind paying that. You know, like I said, there's certain movies that there. I don't know if it is ever gonna come. They might. Who knows? You never know. I know there are people all the time. It's like. They're not. There's no streaming services that don't put out DVDs and Blu-rays, and that's not true. There are a lot of services right now that are putting out Blu-rays and DVDs still, even though it's on Amazon Prime, Netflix. I have some of them. I have some that I have both. And I don't think Disney will, but I hope that they will release the Mandalorian or DVD. I would.
Oh, they'll have one out somewhere.
Yeah,
they'll do it.
If not,
it's more money. But yeah. I will say that I am excited for season 2. Looking forward to it. Now you got Lucasfilm calling you. Lucasfilm calling Andy.
Talking rights.
Popping rights. So really quickly now they have Bill and Ted, ladies and gentlemen. I have not seen it. There is a section. Did you tell Lucasfilm? Did you tell Lucasfilm hi? Did you tell Lucasfilm hi for me?
Lucas.
Okay. You know.
David Finch or David Lynch. He's still mad because I was dogging his movie.
Okay. Oh, that's
I will tell you straight out.
So
have you
Bill
gotten
and
to see
Ted,
it yet?
Which one? What?
No. So let me say this. So we're talking about Bill and Ted. Letting you know right now, if you watch it on Vudu, you can get 1, 2, and 3 right now as a pack deal for $35. And I'm interested on probably getting it because I want to revisit 1 and 2. I seen it when I was a really young kid, and I can't remember everything about it. 3 looks funny as heck. And I might get that deal, that $35 for 3 movies. So did you see the movie, Tony? And my question is, don't spoil nothing now.
Yeah, I haven't seen it.
Don't spoil nothing now, but did you like it? Yeah, so don't spoil it. But did you like it? Give us a non-spoiler review, if you will.
I have not seen the movie. I've seen some trailers. And I've already had a friend that's watched it. He didn't really get enough out of him. But I had one post on my friend's stream, which is my point of view, and a lot of people feel the same way. It goes like this. You can dress John Wick up like Ted Theodore Logan all you want. I've seen him kill people with a pencil. You can't unsee that.
People. 3 guys. 3 people.
Yeah, I've seen him kill people with an effing pencil. And you can't unsee that. And my friend... and so my one source who has watched it, that was all he told me back. He was like, the minute when I saw him, he's all, that's like maybe it's just too close to the John Wickness. But it's like, or it's too much of a jump, but it's one of those where you just kind of, even he's like, was watching it, I suppose, and was like, you killed I've seen you kill people with a pencil, you know?
But it's like,
so I'm just kind of, I haven't jumped on watching it. I haven't jumped on watching it because I know I'm still too in John Wick mode. You know what I mean? Where it's just like, it's like I can't just do the jump and just like watch John Wick like a week ago and then watch Bill and Ted and be like, no, I'm waiting to watch him kill somebody.
Yeah, me and my wife just went to John Wick too. And
you can't. You're right there for Wick mode, man.
It's like when you see Mark Hamill, you're like, Luke Skywalker.
Dude, there's memes out there right now that shows what's his name, John Wick, Keanu Reeves with what he looks like in Bill and Ted. And he looks like Professor Snape with his hair. Oh, it's just so like there's all these memes coming between both of them. It's hilarious.
Yeah, like I say, maybe for me visually or something.
But yeah, so I don't know.
I'm not ready for it. It's also like the Doolittle thing with Robert Downey Jr., where you just came out of like all these Avenger movies, and then you jump out and try to be Dr. Doolittle really fast. And people are just like, maybe I can't see it. Not that I don't see it, because I'm seeing it, but you're not there for me right now. I'm just not. I don't have that lens. I still have the other lens on or something. I don't know.
Like what's Tony Stark doing talking to animals?
Or something, yeah. Where I just got done like watching John Wick 3 with the super dogs, the dogs that just run around and just wreck house too, and I'm not there. I'm not ready to watch them be excellent to each other. I'm not there.
That's
nothing against the movie.
That's what happens when we all stereocast, like in our heads, we see this person as that character, and then we can't. I think either his hair might have helped a little bit, maybe, because he looks like John Wick without the beard. It's basically what he looks like. You know what I mean?
That's what I mean. If you're just if you just look like a shaved John Wick, and you're just waiting for him back house, it's just not. You're just not ready yet, or it's just not the right time to release that clip, or I don't know. That's just me, though. That's just speaking subjectively. Like that's just how. I said, I just watched like the third, like the John Wick marathon, and there's all these plugs for Bill and Ted. I'm looking at it like I saw you kill someone with a pencil like an hour ago. I can't watch it right now. I'm not there.
Let me say this in the chat. My friend Dave put
kill Ted's dog. Otherwise,
my friend,
go nuts.
Don't kill Ted's dog.
I know.
Like you're just
Go.
You got your own.
They should.
Your head watching it like.
They should. They have a John Wick and Bit and Tail crossover. You got a crossover.
And just on that same note of stuff, I am a big Carlin's fan, George Carlin fan, and knowing that he's not there, it's kind of like I'm not like.
One sec. It says, yeah.
We need Rufus.
So hold on. So right now it says, yeah, we need Rufus. No. Hey, okay. So Dave put, isn't John Wick gonna be in the next Wolverine movie, and that's a rumor. So there's a lot of rumors really quick. We got so much other things to talk about real quick, but I do want to say that there is yes, okay, these are 100%, but these are the listed things that Keanu is supposedly supposed to be in franchises. This is no joke. How big Keanu Reeves has got. Let me tell you right now, the money, this paycheck that he gonna get is ridiculous. So not only he's making John Wick 4, obviously,
and 5.
my man obviously is doing what do you call it? The Matrix. Yes, and 5. Yes, 4 and 5. Matrix, the prelude to the Matrix or sequel, whatever it is. Supposedly, yes, the Wolverine. I heard he's supposed to be the Marvel character that he into in that section. He's supposed to be part of the Hobbs and Shaw / Fast and Furious franchise because he was signed on to do Hobbs and Shaw, but they're like, you know what? We got too many people in the movie already. Him for another time. So he signed on. He's
okay.
Out. Where's he at? Hold on. So he's supposed to be also in the High Republic as well for Star Wars. He's supposed to play a villain in the High Republic.
Jesus.
So this man's
busy.
Yeah,
word,
all
busy?
things Keanu Reeves. All things Keanu Reeves. Yeah, very busy. Very busy. But I wouldn't mind having his.
I don't know. We'll see how.
I don't know. I think if he shoots all. Let me ask you this question. If he happens to do all these films, who do you think will be the highest paid actor at that time? Because right now it's still The Rock. The Rock is right now the highest paid actor right now in Hollywood. He's number one. Do you think that John Wick? Do you think John Wick could be number one? That's my question. Do you think Keanu Reeves can hit that top tier status?
I'll tell you right now, not right now. A, no, because nothing's going on except the third Jurassic World. And B, that's a lot of movies to film where they can say he's got all these. Well, you ain't gonna see all. They're not all gonna be done until like maybe 2023 or 2024, and by then you'll see like two of them. But it's a lot to say now with what's going on in timelines and time-wise. If nothing happened with this whole COVID thing, this could have been on track. If we filmed both John Wicks, bada 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 boom, like little appearance in this movie or something and that, maybe. But you wouldn't see it for years. It'd be like a 5-year ordeal of so I don't know if all those some of those would be rumors.
I'm down.
And what the question should be. The question should be, what do you think Keanu Reeves would commit to now coming out of this situation and the movies he should film when everything is green-lit and ready to go? Maybe. What do you think he would film? What do you think he should do first?
Narnia.
I think he should finish John Wick 4 and 5.
I think he should do those maybe back. If you can get those back to back, if they've had a lot of time to do some writing and to do some stuff,
he is
possibly that, and that could free him open to.
They are doing for. Yeah, Tony.
I see him being a Jedi.
They are doing 4 and 5 together. They confirm that.
Beautiful. I do see him being a Jedi before I see him being the Wolverine.
They are doing 4 and 5.
Yeah, I heard you. Yeah.
Yeah, we heard you.
Good.
Oh, big time.
Yeah, so 4 and 5, perfect. That could be the first ones. Yeah. Like I said, Marvel and all that is too much up in the air for the Wolverine-ness, but the Jedi approach seems a little more plausible. If out of those two next, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So Matrix is definitely going to be in there.
What about the Ghost Rider? Because the Ghost Rider. Oh, Matrix for sure is going to be in there. What about the Ghost Rider one? Now, the Ghost Rider I heard more than the Wolverine one. That one actually seems more like that was a more higher upper than Wolverine.
Well, let's go back to timing. What do you think about that? In the next couple of years, what do you think definitely John Wick, the Wicks are going to go through. So those and I can maybe see him. Matrix, I guess, might still have to go, but it doesn't really have to. And it's one of those where it could stay right where it is and maybe be okay. And the a Jedi angle for some new thing, I could see him being in a Jedi movie, like right after a John Wick, getting him away from the guns and speaking, and he could keep the whole look. He could keep the whole look. Just give him a rope.
I will say for the Matrix, as long as the script is good, like it's a good story, and they know how to tie it in, whether it be a prequel or whether it be a sequel, I don't mind. Like I don't mind when people go back to the well. I don't mind it. Like I'd rather see that than a completely reboot. Like the whole thing with Big Trouble in Little China. They were supposed to make that a reboot of that movie. Supposedly, I know.
Just tell me you're remaking the Goonies.
I know. Hold, let me finish. But they said that they're not going to They actually said no. They actually said, hold on, listen. They're not saying. And so they are making it like a continuation. Like I'm okay with, as long as, like I said, I actually didn't mind Tron. I love Tron and Tron Legacy. Like I think for a 25-year gap or a long gap that they had, it actually linked up pretty damn good. And I know that they're actually doing this. They are finally green lighting the sequel to Legacy. They finally green lighted it, and I'm excited to see that whenever that might come out.
Yeah.
But I don't know why they took forever.
Because it was left bland. There was a blandness in that last Tron. It gave all the props to the old school stuff and the connections, and everybody met. The CGI, people didn't like the CGI clue, and there just wasn't a lot of actual encounters and things like that. It was more suspense and stuff. I don't know. It didn't give you a lot of.
I think it could have got more praise, and if they had marketed it better, it probably would have done a lot better, because it kind of fell into the trap that Treasure Planet fell into, which is one of Disney's animated films. Treasure Planet is an awesome Disney animated movie, but nobody knows about it because Disney marketed it against their own movies, and so it just it fell down. They marketed it against Santa Claus 2 and something else that they were putting out. So those other bigger movies got all the attention, and so nobody knows about it. But it became like a cult classic and stuff like that. So Tron, I think, fell kind of into that trap. And there is a little bit of plot blandness in Legacy, but it does have merit because it was setting up to be its own thing. It had to kind of dip back to the other ones to say, hey, we're coming back from this 25-year-old movie, so we have to remind you that exists. And
yes, I liked it, but there's something in me. I know the story, the telling, the something, action. There was something that was a bland, that was like not totally dialed into like I'm on a roller coaster and I'm in it with the movie, going with every page and every turn. Where it was all still knowledgeable and informative, and so much passion and torment. Maybe you know what? Maybe I don't know. Maybe because Tron was actually the Winsler one, his number one bad guy, but didn't really get enough airtime or a really cool fight scene or something. I don't know. But it was like it was just kind of left like. See, I was still waiting for a little something, but there was so much good. There was a lot of good.
Let me say this, and Eddie might
left it a little bland.
Agree with me. Yeah. Let me stand it, Tony, both of you guys, because I think you might agree with me on this. I think when these guys want to go back to the well and not forget rebooting. I think rebooting needs to. I understand why they're doing it for the next generation. I get it. But I think if they're gonna go back to the well and do a sequel movie, they shouldn't just get a director, even though it's just the best director in the world, or maybe they're not fans and they don't know the actual stuff about the story. to me, the company should not give them the green light to make that film. I think it should a director or a producer or a writer that truly loves the material. And when I say truly loves the material, I mean they know it in and out. And that way they can actually give the fans what they want. Because if you notice, we're not in, some of us are enjoying a little bit of it, but not a whole lot of it, or none of it at all, or all of it at all. And so then there's this mixed reaction. And I just wanted to bring that up because guess what? Now Mulan, I'm using Mulan for example. I have not seen Mulan yet. And I heard that's got mixed reactions. I heard that thing sucks. I heard it's good at the same time from different people. And it's because, again, you got them taking the source material and kind of throwing it up.
You know,
and we're going to take a little bit of stuff and then kind of sprinkle it here. And then, you know what I mean? Like, $45, guys, pretty much on Disney Plus. $45 to watch freaking Mulan. Would you guys pay $45 to see Mulan?
No.
Because that's basically right now, it's $45. It's subscription, and then it's $30 right now if you want to watch it. $30 right now if you want to watch Mulan. So I'm like, man, you know. And then hearing like this, some of my friends saying, oh, it's really cool. And then I got some other friends that saying it totally sucks. And it's like, man, it's crazy. Andy, what do you think about getting the right people to actually do these sequels or prequels in a sense of getting guys that actually care about the materials and not just go, oh, he's a big namer, you know, oh, he's a big namer, he's one of the best directors in the planet, but he doesn't know the story, he doesn't know the you know, the ideas.
That's a
or
difficult
producers.
That's a difficult prospect to offer comments on because some fans see stories through different lenses. Okay, and you can see that if you browse any fan fiction forum. Okay. It happened with the expanded universe in Star Wars. You can see it there. If you read any of the books that were published by Del Rey or anything like that they considered canon, some people wrote Luke Skywalker as this brooding guy who was off on a planet, kind of like what we got in 8, and other people wrote him as some kind of super Jedi who went off and flew off like Superman and solved every problem. So even if you get the right person who loves the material, they're going to write it in their own way. So it's not going to be correct, I guess is a good way to put it. So it's you can't bank on it.
I hear you.
I think I agree kind of with what Tony said in Tron Legacy case. They didn't give enough time to the series namesake, Tron. He was there as Winsler for a few scenes.
I think
then he disappeared.
I also think there was no, like, I was just thinking and reflecting. It was with Tron, they gave you everything great. They gave you the throwbacks, the machines, it's fun, like the actors, old versions and young. There wasn't enough confrontation between like Clue and Tron and older Jeff, and that's what I think I was missing when I was sitting there just thinking about it, like how they just missed each other at that really high tower thing when he got the input. If they had a moment there where they even just glanced, even did the glance from across the room as one was going away, it would have added more of a like, oh, but it was always like the chase. And then at the very end, it was just like you know, you're just like, why, dude, why? You're gonna have those whys while they were fighting or engaging, and even had that end part be more tense. And that's what I think. Like, because maybe it was Disney, they didn't give you as much as the action, but really gave you the story and the connection of characters and the tie to the old one too. But they didn't give you the engagements of all those characters together in the same room. Things you look for in a series a lot. You want to see all your people in the same room for whatever weird reason, for whatever weird circumstance. It's always cooler when they're all in the same place.
Right, and I say what I say because in Tron, you could tell that the person who wrote the script liked the material, and he knew it because you got all those references.
Is it? Yeah.
They set it up so that you saw Flynn's old arcade, so he knew that Flynn's arcade was important. He went down and
rocking the pager, man.
Yeah, and Flynn set up his little basement thing. He brought the laser digitizer or whatever the hell they called it down there, and he set it up so that he could go in and set up the perfect computer universe and everything. It's all thrown back to the original Tron. So the person who wrote the script, he knew the material and he loved it, and it was good, but it's just they didn't know how to connect the story. So it's not a matter of getting someone who loves the material. It's getting somebody who knows how to write a good story. Because you can get somebody who.
That's what I mean. That's what I mean. Yeah.
And he just knows how to write a good story.
Right. So let me say this. So I guess my saying is, because there's obviously always more than one writer, right? There's always more than one writer. There's always other different people. So that's what I'm saying. I think when these guys do these films, they need to get the best of the best. Meaning, they should get a person that's a huge fan of the franchise or the series, and then get a person that really knows how to write, a person that knows how to tell a freaking story, and mash them together. Get the best of both. Because look, there's a lot of movies out there that you guys can agree with and go, you know what? I did like that movie, or I did like that story. You guys say that. So obviously out there, they're just, for some reason, it's always a hit and miss. It's not every movie. And I think that's, I hope that as these prequels and sequels come to fruition, that they take a page out of those books, that people that do the movies that can hit the audience at a great job. Because I hate seeing some of these movies that are coming out that I would love to rewatch or watch. And yeah, what he said. And and then of course, you know, have a great experience with it instead of hating it. Hey guys, I'm gonna cut the stream a little short today because this is like really bad. Yeah. Tony, if you guys don't know why I'm setting up like this, I don't have a problem with it any other time when I'm with you guys. So yeah, so I'm gonna just stay backstage for a second. It's like that? I'm gonna finish up. That. And no, it's cutting.
Oh, wow. Only you two would give me problems.
I just want to say one more thing about writing a good story. I want to add a little addendum to that. What the writers need to do is have somebody who likes the material, a good storyteller, and they need to lock those stupid freaking producers out of the room when they're in their creative process.
Again,
because that ruins the process as well. Because those WB execs and the Fox execs, they come in and they say, our movie needs this, our movie needs that, our movie needs this, and the story writers are like, how the hell are we going to put this in there?
How do you fit the 2021 Toyota Tundra in there?
Exactly.
Yeah, I totally. I think I kind of heard what Andy. I'm agreeing with Andy. The suits need to stay out of the biz. Just enjoy the money that comes in. That's what you need to do. Enjoy the money. All right, I'm going to take you guys off for a second.
You can guess what's behind the screen. They need the big. Yep.
All right. Well, everybody, Tony.
Yeah, I got a few more minutes. Tony. Do a little reset, and I'll come back.
All right. No, I'm gonna keep you backstage because I'm leaving, but just keep you backstage. All right. Don't go nowhere. And then, of course, my man Andy, as always, man, it's a pleasure. We got to figure out why it's doing this. It's not just literally. I'm fine when I don't know what's going on. So hopefully we'll figure it out. But Andy, as always, it's a pleasure. And thank you, Andy, for being here. And I know we uploaded a few new videos. So you guys make sure you go check those out at the Goblin HQ Inc. And that'll be awesome. So we'll see you later, Andy. We'll see you next week on the show, big dog. Stay backstage for a few seconds there. And, of course, my loveliness right here. Good. First of all, a big shout out to Alski for being here. We got Helen Callie was here. We got Big Tim Man Army. Thank you for being here, brother. We also got Elias Family 1983. We got Helen Callie. We got Paranormal Underworld, and also out. We're going to try to get this set for everybody. I am putting on the Patreon page one more time. If you got, we're trying to get to number 10. We're at 6 right now, and appreciate you guys' support there for the channel. I'm getting ready to upload all the new videos, or upload the videos that were on there already on a different format. So you guys that are part of Tier 1 or Tier 2, you guys can get those videos here shortly. Hopefully by the weekend you'll have that. Again, it's only $2 a month, guys. Or you can go to the second tier, which is $5 a month. It's not a lot. It's very inexpensive to come support and have a good time. And also, we got the show here, Fireline Live, 1 p.m. on Wednesdays, Fridays at 9 p.m. PST. And we are going to have a good one for you guys this week. It is going to be a celebrity edition. We got my boy on the stage. And it popped out again. There you go. So Gase, a part of had a brain fart on my own show. For I'm gonna call him all open box. I'm calling all old shows right now. Quarantine Hangouts, the celebrity edition. He'll be on that show 9 o'clock PST on Friday. Ace Gillian. So we will see you guys there. And again, we appreciate you guys hanging in here, whether it be live or on the replay. And again, sorry about the connection. We're trying to figure out why it only does this on this show, because some of the shows that I do, it does not. And we will see you guys on the next one. All right, it's just going to town. It's just going to town. Here you go. We're gonna take that up right there. Yeah. Bam. And then you getting some of the behind the scenes stuff right now. And yeah. Boom. Yeah. Behind the scenes stuff. See you guys later. Peace. Button press. Hopefully start soon. Fireline merch while you had it too. Go ahead and grab it.